Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I am talking about Legends of Tomorrow season number 3 episode number 2, Freakshow. This episode directed by Kevin Tancharoen. And here we have the Legends have to go back to the past to the circus. They had to go to the circus to the past because there they meet P.T. Barnum. And because he gets a saber-toothed tiger, he wants to show it to the world, and if that happens, it's going to change the future in a big way. So they got to fix that problem. And in my doing so, this is like always, something bad happens. They messed up some type of thing, but in the end, they always fixed it and then saved the day. Now, the problem is, now I did enjoy this episode. I enjoyed the humor. I enjoyed how the characters interact with one another. But it also has some problems for me that I did not really enjoy. I'm starting to see a pattern here that I'm not really liking. Okay, now there's two characters on this show. Now, one is doing dumb stuff. The other one, I'll explain. Okay, first you have Nate, who is Steel. Now, last episode, they met Julius Caesar, and he brought a history book with him to the past, and then he allowed Julius Caesar to take it from him without him knowing it, which I don't understand how that happened. He had it in his hand. I mean, he wouldn't notice if you you had a book in your hand, you walk away without a book. I think you would know what was going on. But anyway, he lost the book, which when Caesar got it, it was about to change the whole future. So he messed up. And the messed up part is they're trying to prove that they're able to do the job without screw-ups. And then he's the one who screws it up. Fine, whatever. But then this episode here, he also screws things up. Now, in the beginning, you have Ray. You find out he made a shrink Ray. Great. And he was trying to shrink down the saber-toothed tiger. But he didn't finish doing the calculations. He didn't figure out the weight, the gender, the right species, so he could shrink it down correctly. And he just winged it, and the saber-tooth got bigger instead, but it got loose. But the problem is, even though it was a mess up, it still solved their problems from P.T. Barnum from exposing the saber-tooth tiger to the world. So that's great. It messed up, but it still worked out for the good. It wasn't like he did it on purpose. It was an accident. Fine. I'll let that one go. But then you have Nate. Now he's so messed up over Vixen, and he can't get over her, that he gets himself drunk, and then not only does he show off his powers, but he also rats out his friends and let P.T. Barnum know they have abilities too. But I'm thinking to myself, like, what is he doing? What? The whole point of this season is them to prove that they know what they're doing, and he's the one who constantly keeps messing up. This is 2 times now, and it's starting to get on my nerves a little bit. I'm saying that he's supposed to be really, really smart, but he keeps doing all these dumb, stupid mistakes. Okay, Ray messed up in the beginning with the whole shrink Ray thing, but it wasn't like on purpose. And he was trying to fix the situation. It just made it a little messed up. But the problem still worked out. But Nate, on the other hand, he made 2 dumb mistakes. The first one in the first episode with the whole bringing a history book to the past in front of the seat. It made no sense. And then he gets drunk and just blabs his mouth off and tells his friends, telling his friends what they can do and what they're capable of. So that made P.T. Barnum lock him up and keep him as part of his freak show. But it just, oh my gosh, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. The other problem I had with this show is they brought back Amaya. Now, Amaya was back in her time and back in her past where she's supposed to be, because she has a legacy. She has a legacy because her grandchild becomes the next Vixen. So if she's going around the time with them, that doesn't happen. So she has to go back to her time. Yes, I understand that Nate and her were a couple, which I never really understood. I never understood how that happened because it never made no sense to me how they became a couple. I just had to go. I just went along with it because at first they barely really talked to each other that much, and they barely had any chemistry. And the next thing you know, they're a couple. Which I don't know how that happened. It just came out of nowhere. The only person who I saw who she had chemistry with was Mick. They went on missions together. They actually talked to one another. She was helping him out who was lost when he lost Leonard Snart. And they were actually connecting. It looked like they had great chemistry. And next thing you know, she was Nate. Like, it made no sense to me, but I said, whatever. And then he's moping around because he can't be with her. But he knows that he can't be with her because he has to be back at her time so her grandchild could be born. Him being a history nut and a history fanatic, he should understand that the most. But him getting drunk in this episode and then whining over her and to the point where he messes up this big, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Another thing is, like I said, I don't understand. The reason why they brought Amaya back on this episode to make her part of the team again makes no sense. The reason why they brought her back is because Amaya had a hard time controlling her animal powers, and it was controlling her. She became a lot more aggressive, a lot more feral. She almost killed P.T. Barnum. So she told this to Sarah, and so Sarah said she'll help her with the situation. But the problem is how are they going to help her? They can barely do their job correctly. So how are they going to help Amaya with her problem, controlling her abilities, which they know nothing about? This is a mystic amulet that allows her to draw on the powers of the animal kingdom, and they can help her with it? How? How are they going to help her with it? That makes no sense to me. And so that's the reason why she's back on the team. So now you have Nate, who constantly screws up, because he screwed up last episode, he screwed up this episode, so he's out there, he's a screw up. And then you have Amaya, who is a wild cannon, who can't control her abilities, who she might kill somebody, which can destroy the whole timeline. So yay, y'all making perfect sense now. That makes perfect sense. So you got a screw up and a wild card that could go either way. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. No, I don't understand. The best part is, at first I did enjoy this show too, but it was just those parts that stood out the most to me that makes no sense at all. Because I'm starting to believe Rip. Maybe it should have stayed fired because they're not helping nothing at all. Even though I do like to see them, at the same time they're not good at their job. They are terrible at it. Really, really terrible at it. I want to see these characters evolve and grow and get better, not keep doing the same thing over and over again. I thought they put learn from mistakes and then move forward. And then you got this screw up there who's messing things up. He got to go. Can we bring back Leonard Snart? Even when we had Leonard Snart, they didn't mess with this much. They really didn't. I mean, they might have some hiccups here and there, but they didn't mess up this much. It's like as soon as Leonard left, and as soon as Rip left, once those two people left, up when the team started screwing up a whole lot more. Bring back Leonard, and make Rip the leader again, because they had no idea what they're doing. And it shows a lot. Overall, this episode was okay. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode right here. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave your comments down below. And if you haven't been watching it, take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy, have fun watching it too. Well, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So give my channel the big old like that thumbs up. Boom. And subscribe to my channel and share. I really appreciate it, like I always say. In my dreams in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.